Did you know that 35% of dog owners report losing sleep due to their furry alarm systems? Woof woof at 3 a.m. anyone? If you're nodding your head while your dog is currently performing their latest symphony, keep reading. This one's for you. Listen, we've all been there. Your dog thinks the mailman is actually a ninja assassin, the doorbell is a call to arms, and that squirrel outside? Obviously a trained spy that needs to be warned off with maximum vocal firepower. Meanwhile, your neighbors are probably wondering if you're secretly running a canine opera house. But why do our four-legged friends feel the need to be so vocal? Well, it turns out dogs are basically the neighborhood watch program we never signed up for. They bark because it's hardwired into their DNA from their wolf ancestors. Whether they're saying, danger, danger, or, oh my god, a leaf moved. Barking is their way of keeping their pack, that's you, informed about every single thing. Think of your dog as that one friend who keeps sending you notifications about everything, from breaking news to what they had for breakfast. Just like you might need to adjust your phone's notification settings, we need to help our dogs understand when their alerts are actually necessary. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Now let's talk about some quick fixes that actually work. And no, a bark collar isn't one of them. We're not about that life. First up, the look at me. I'm way more interesting than whatever you're barking at technique. When your dog starts their vocal performance, try this mind-blowing trick. Make a ridiculous sound yourself. I'm talking about the kind of noise that would make your family question your sanity. Something like boop-be-doop. Trust me, your dog will be so confused they'll stop barking just to make sure you haven't lost it. Another pro tip, keep some high-value treats in your pocket at all times. And by high value, I mean the good stuff, not those healthy biscuits they politely ignore. We're talking about the doggy equivalent of pizza. Here's the genius part. When your dog is quiet for even a split second between barks, throw that treat at them like you're feeding a tiny furry celebrity. Eventually, they'll realize that being quiet is their ticket to the good life. It's like teaching them that silence is golden. Literally. But let's be real. Sometimes things don't go as planned. You might find yourself dealing with what I call the "but mom, you don't understand" syndrome. This is when your dog looks at you with those big puppy eyes while continuing to bark, clearly trying to convince you that this particular squirrel is definitely up to no good and must be reported to the authorities immediately. And don't get me started on the well-meaning advice from others. Just tell them to be quiet. Oh, wow. Thanks, Karen. Why didn't I think of that? Or my personal favorite, dogs bark. That's what they do. Yes, and humans talk, but you don't see me standing at my window yelling at clouds for 3 hours straight. The real key to success is understanding that this isn't going to be an overnight miracle, unless you've somehow discovered dog telepathy, in which case, please share your secrets. It's about consistency, patience, and maybe investing in some really good earplugs for the training period. Here's what actually works. Create a quiet command. Start when your dog is calm, say, quiet, in a normal voice, not the panic whisper we usually use when they're barking, and reward them. It's like teaching them a new superpower, the power of chill. Then, gradually use it when they're in full bark mode. Soon enough, they'll understand that quiet means stop the concert and get a treat. Another game changer is exercise. A tired dog is a quiet dog. Think about it. Have you ever tried to bark enthusiastically while exhausted? Neither has your dog. Take them for proper walks, play fetch until your arm falls off, or invest in one of those automatic ball launchers if you're feeling fancy. And here's something most people don't talk about. Sometimes we are the problem. Gasp. I know, shocking. But think about how you react when your dog barks. Do you yell back, jump up, run to the window? Congratulations, you've just become part of your dog's entertainment system. To them, it's like, look, when I bark, my human joins in. Best game ever. Instead, try being monumentally boring when they bark. Act like your dog just told you about their cryptocurrency investments. Completely uninterested. Combined with the silence reward technique, this sends a clear message. Barking is associated with annoying. Silence is associated with awesome rewards and attention. Let's get real about the long-term solution. It's all about consistency. You can't be all quiet command on Tuesday and then let them bark their heads off on Wednesday because you're too tired. Your dog isn't keeping a diary. They need clear, consistent messages about what's expected of them. It's like training a teenager to pick up their socks, except your dog is actually more likely to learn. Now, here's a secret weapon that most dog trainers won't tell you about, probably because it sounds ridiculous. The party trick. When your dog stops barking, even for a millisecond, throw the world's smallest celebration. We're talking jazz hands, silly dance moves, and the most excited voice you can muster without alarming your neighbors. Your dog will be so intrigued by your sudden outburst of joy that they'll forget all about whatever they were barking at. And let's address the elephant in the room. Different barks mean different things. There's the "I'm bored" bark, usually accompanied by dramatic sighs. The intruder alert bark, triggered by dangerous criminals like the pizza delivery person. And the "I see another dog on TV" bark, because apparently they need to network with their fictional friends. Learning to distinguish between these barks is like becoming fluent in a new language. Doglish, if you will. Once you understand what they're trying to tell you, you can address the actual cause instead of just treating the symptom. So, there you have it, folks. The ultimate guide to turning your vocal velociraptor into a more peaceful pooch. Remember, your dog isn't trying to drive you crazy, even though they're doing an excellent job at it. They're just doing what comes naturally. Key takeaways. Exercise them like they're training for the Doggy Olympics. Reward quiet moments like they just solved world peace, and stay more consistent than your coffee addiction. Most importantly, keep your sense of humor. Because let's face it, someday you'll miss these bark-filled days. Okay, maybe not at 3 a.m., but you get the point. Want to become a true dog whisperer? Keep learning about dog behavior, join some training groups, or share your own successful shut-up strategies with other dog parents. Because if we all share our wisdom, maybe, just maybe, we can create a world where mailmen can deliver packages in peace. And remember, if all else fails, you can always move to a remote cabin in the woods where your dog can bark to their heart's content. Just kidding. Please don't do that. Work on the training instead. Ready to become a better dog parent? Subscribe to our channel for more practical dog training tips. Don't forget to share your success stories in the comments below.